celebrating 75 years.
Thanks for staying with us. Well, residents or even workers like us on the west side of Salt Lake City can be interrupted by freight train crossings that can take what seems to be like an eternity. If you've been stuck there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But one city council member is trying to change that. So we are joined here today with Salt Lake City Council member Alejandro. Thank you for joining us. Alejandro, we appreciate this.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so we have about just over 3 minutes to really dive into this, but this is something I think all of us fairly enough can say we've been impacted by. So with the upcoming campaign the council's trying to run in order to advertise this new movement, what is that?
Yeah, we're trying to capture stories like yours. Being
I'll
stuck.
give it to you.
Hey, please, I'm going to send you the link.
Okay.
We need everybody to tell us their story about how it's impacting our lives. It could be something small, like missing a date. Sometimes you are just stuck for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, but sometimes it could be 45 minutes stuck behind the train, and you never know when it's going to move or how long it's going to be. So we need to have that information. We need to reduce the impact in our communities. We learned today, asking for stories, that, for example, if a resident from the west side that had to give birth waiting for the train. I mean, impacts like that, it could be something silly like, you know, missing a date, or today we heard about someone missing a concert because they were behind the train. So what are we trying to do in Salt Lake City, because we don't own the train tracks, nor we own the trains, is to capture all of those impacts, to compile this list, to actually make a bigger case.
Because if you collect all of the stories and see just how many people this is impacting, there you have it. That gives you quite the case. Tell us then how you and the council are preparing to help drivers and pedestrians out. How exactly, like, what are you planning to do with all of this?
Yeah, well, I'm hoping to have hundreds of stories. We're already getting dozens and dozens, and hopefully, and we started just a few hours ago with these photos of funny things you could be doing right outside the train tracks. But we hopefully we can remove some of those barriers, or push the federal government and our state legislature to actually invest in our communities to remove these train tracks. But the city council, we put $500,000 to bring technology to our crossings. We're going to test some screens. They're going to tell you if the train is coming, and so you can decide, should I stay here or should I take an alternative route?
That's always the debate, is you're like, I'm heading towards that. At any second, the train could be coming. I just don't know. Do I take the risk or not? I've memorized the ways around the train because I just don't want to take the chance on it.
Yes, you know how it is.
I do know how it is. So tell us then, how do you get the quick updates for these signs?
Well, right now we're collecting stories, and everybody that sends us a story, we're going to send them an email, and hopefully, you know, telling them when these signs are up. Hopefully we have a sign going soon, and we can make the legislature and the county and the state fund more of those, so to minimize the impacts. But we need everybody to send us a story. Okay, and where do people go for more information? It's tinyurl.com/SLC trains.
Okay, that link, what you've said, we'll have on our website, abc4.com. People can go there for more information if they didn't get that jotted down just in time. Thank you for your time here today, and for also approaching this issue of the trains in the valley and in this area specifically on the west side. We appreciate that, Councilmember. We'll send it over to you, Alana.
Thanks, Emily. We're taking a